Welcome, my curious companions, to another chilling venture into the obsidian depths of the unknown. I am Violet Nocturne, your ever enigmatic guide, here to draw back the veil between what you believe to be reality and what writhes beneath its surface. Tonight, I must ask you, have you ever felt an undeniable itch you just couldn't scratch? A subtle irritation that starts so small, so insignificant, until it consumes you? Of course you have. We all have. Tonight's story is called A Wound That Smiles. And I promise, darling, you won't look at your reflection the same way after this. Let us begin. The tale revolves around a young woman named Lyra, an artist in her late 20s with a penchant for finding beauty where others see decay. Her apartment is littered with unfinished canvases of peeling paint, rusting metal, and wilting flowers. Beauty, she believed, was not in perfection, but in the impermanence of things. Until, well, impermanence came for her. It began on what felt like an ordinary Tuesday. Or was it a Saturday? Time often bends itself around tragedy, doesn't it? She noticed a peculiar patch on her forearm. No larger than the head of a pin, it pulsed faintly, as though it had its own heartbeat. Innocuous. Nothing to give a second thought to, yet. Here's the trick about our minds. They love to spiral. What was this? A spider bite? A reaction to her paints? As days passed, Lyra discovered her new blemish was growing. Slowly at first, then wildly. It wasn't just growing. It was changing. The once smooth surface of her skin began to look uneven. Peeling ever so slightly, her flesh took on the texture of weathered wood. She dared not consult a doctor. Medicine rendered the body cold, sterile. And Lyra? She was an artist. She trusted her body's rhythm, its cycles of death and rebirth. But as the weeks crawled by, her small imperfection began to blossom into grotesque beauty. Rash broke into fissures. The fissures began to ooze a pearly, translucent liquid. Then came the faces. Yes, plural. Strange facial contours began to form beneath her cracking skin. First one, then another. And they smiled. Faintly, hauntingly. A smile that conveyed equal parts mockery and apathy. At first, Lyra convinced herself it was her overworked imagination, the fevered visions of a dreamer overwhelmed by her art. She laughed, even. Surely this was an elaborate hallucination, nothing more. But soon, she felt their smiles. Yes, she could, feel the upturned corners of their ethereal lips against her veins, pushing out from within her. Every time she tried to peel away her maddening skin, new smiles appeared, smaller, sharper, hissing little syllables of laughter into her ears. And then one night, as the wind rattled her apartment windows, sleep abandoned her entirely. She grabbed a palette knife, the one she reserved for moments of great inspiration. She stood before the bathroom mirror, clutching the knife like a lifeline. The thing on her arm now bore 3 distinct faces, each smiling, yes, but their smiles had broadened into grotesque renditions of joy. Though her hand trembled, sheer desperation gave her strength. She pressed the knife's edge to her skin. The metal was cold, unforgivable. "Just cut," she whispered to herself. "Peel them away." But as the blade slid beneath her flesh, an eruption of agony followed. Her bathroom flooded with whispers, guttural noises, not external, but within her own mind. The faces screamed, their smiles bursting open to reveal layers of teeth upon teeth. They began to bleed black, viscous liquid. Her reflection turned against her. The mirror cracked outward as though it sought to escape her presence. Shards rained around her bare feet, but Lyra didn't even flinch. The faces spread, not just her arm now, but her neck, her chest, and oh, darling, on her face too. For Lyra had chosen to ignore their warnings, and now she was becoming them. By sunrise, her apartment was silent. just the faint drip of water tapping the porcelain sink and the gentle moans of her artwork. Yes, that's what her body had become now, her final masterpiece, a tapestry of vile, eternal grins. When her friends came by days later to check on her, they found not Lyra, but an unrecognizable shape lurking deep in shadow. Her eyes, buried in a smiling face, had gone black and hollow, and from her lips trickled one final whisper. They waited too long to see it, to feel it, but now, finally, they'll understand. We always were smiles waiting to escape. So tell me, my dear listener, have you looked at your skin lately? Are you sure it's really just skin? Or do faint whispers drown in the back of your mind, waiting for a chance to smile through? Sleep well tonight, if you can. Until next time, my sweet captive audience. Bask in the shadows. I'll be watching.